See, the yard, that shit might be a share me. But ever since somebody took my fucking egg, dumped that shit out, I don't come up on nobody else's shit and remove anything. It's one thing to ask. It's another thing to just walk up and remove shit. That's kind of disrespectful. Especially after you've used a torture device to render me unconscious. Now this shit started with Kimberly and Chad, with somebody they knew at a department, an agency. All of a sudden I'm on remote neural monitoring. I'm going to be looking for a lawsuit. Because now it's followed me here, and people here are taking part. And everywhere I go, people get free gifts, cars, gift cards, all kinds of shit. The Bible says forgive 7 times 70. Well, I've been dealing with this for almost 3 years now. Probably longer. It's probably what stopped my wife's heart. You know, since she was awake until a certain time at night. And she woke up at 5 and was perfectly fine. And the same shit hits me in the heart and gives me a heart attack pain. Or I've been to the hospital for a heart attack. Lied to and said, oh no, it's anxiety. Bullshit. I'm on anxiety medicine. Now, there's a truck right on the other side of that wall. Right there. The guy that lived here before me, it took him 4 months to move out. It's a small apartment. I used to be a mover a long, long time ago. Me and one other guy would move a whole family home. Single family home. 1 house a day. 5 in a week. Or 10 small apartments in a week. 2 a day. Well, the guy, while he was here, apparently somebody was coming and going as they pleased. Picking his door open. Just like they pick mine open. Because that's a new door plate. And someone's used a coat hanger to get inside. See, I was tortured at my last place, and I said, I'm not doing it no more. And then the fact that all the money I paid never got to the finished product. So I moved thinking that, I get my daughters away from some shit. Told, oh, you won't have to deal with that around here. Well, I'm dealing with it. So I don't honestly care if the car parked on the other side of that wall belongs to the NSA, CIA. I don't honestly care who it belongs to. Because if there's a government agency parked on the other side of that wall, they're engaged in illegal practices for which the United States does not stand for. And if there isn't, then the people here are engaged in criminal activity, letting people in to use remote neural monitoring, and, you know, being hit with a frequency device that's implanted either in the attic, the wall, or somebody plugs it in the basement, or pushes it up from the basement through a hole into my apartment. See, my rant today, I'm just going off with it. I'm done. So they have ties to the Baltimore County Police Department, ties to the NSA through family, a friend, and I get to be on remote neural monitoring for almost 3 years, knocked the fuck out. 2012, I had a stroke and a seizure at the same time at 1:30 in the morning. 5 months to the day later, my wife's heart stops. The clock stopped at 1:40 in the morning. That's how doctors used to tell when patients passed away. They look at the clock on the wall in the hospital and say, patient passed at, you know, whatever time the clock stopped. Mine stopped at 1:40 in the morning. It was a crystal clock. I took the battery out, put it back in later on, and it worked for about 5-6 months. Just about 6 months. Now I've had enough. I mean, I've already called to take a polygraph test. But it looks like, you know, I'm going to have to go on a couple other fronts as well. And I didn't want to have to do that. So, I guess, oh well. I mean, torture is a 20-year felony. 18 U.S. 241 is a 10-year felony. Conspiracy, depriving one of one's rights under the color of law means any agency, any law enforcement, government agency depriving one of one's constitutional rights or state laws or state anything is depriving one of one's rights under the color of law. But anyone taking practice in the illegal torture, the U.S. is against torture, the UN, and the Geneva Convention. Yet there are rogue elements in some of these agencies that will torture. I'm willing to take a polygraph test. I opened this up at 7 a.m. and just found it laying on the floor. I'm done playing with people. Courtroom time.